Hello. So my activity is called the One of Us activity with the goal of bettering the autonomy of the student. So this class is made up of intermediate English learners between the ages of 14 to 18, and it takes place in a language school in Japan. So instead of a specific topic that relates to something like a nearing holiday, the topic is just icebreakers and getting to know fellow classmates. So this would be an activity I would facilitate during the first few days of class. And the goal would just be to get students more comfortable and familiar with each other in general. Okay, so for this activity, the teacher would write on the board, one of us can, two of us can, all of us can, and none of us can. Okay, so then the students would break off into groups where there are 3 students in each group. And now in those groups, the students have to volunteer information about themselves that they think might help find common ground with each other. So the first team to finish these blank statements wins. And after they finish finding this information about each other and filling in all 4 blanks, then they are going to share their newfound commonalities with each other to the class. All right, so I think that for this activity, it can be kind of confusing. And I have actually done this myself in an ice-breaking scenario. And it can be kind of hard to find commonalities between multiple others. So even amongst people whose first language is English, it can still be pretty hard to socialize enough on the fly to ask the right questions in order to find those commonalities. So I think modeling is really necessary for this. So the teacher is going to select 2 students to participate in the modeling of this activity. So the teacher is going to ask questions to their group, like in order to find commonality and to just offer information so that maybe other people can offer information about themselves. The teacher will start by asking a question like, hey, does anyone here play an instrument? Or, I like cats more than dogs, does anybody else? And so the teacher is going to encourage the student volunteers to also offer information or ask questions as kind of the natural group leader in the situation. So here on this example, I play piano, does anybody else? I play the flute. Oh, we can say 2 of us can play instruments. And if that conversation happens, then the 2 of us can statement will be completed, and then they can move on to the last, not the last step, but the all of us can step, and then the none of us can step. All right, so the purpose of this activity is to increase speaking autonomy and automaticity because there is a certain amount of time allotted to the activity, and there is a specific goal of achieving the winning, being the winning group out of all the other groups in the class. It gives students a sense of urgency. So this need to communicate with each other in order to complete these specific goals, these specific statements, it's going to challenge the students to care less about being perfect and encourage their speech to be faster and more automatic. And doing well in an activity like this can boost student confidence and autonomy as well. So yeah, thank you.